Hi everybody, welcome to this month's tutorial, the role of sports supplements in sport. I can tell you this article came with a lot of controversy. I went to recently a sports symposium that discussed the use of sports supplements in sport, and there's a lot of controversy on both sides of the issue. So what I'm going to do today is kind of give you a brief history on the sports supplement industry, the biases in both sides, the manufacturer's side, the marketing side, and obviously the sports science side. We'll take a look at some supplement research and find out why it is so scant, and some supplement scams. Unfortunately, there are certain companies who are trying to make a quick dollar out of this. And then safety and solutions, which is the main concern of the MCC, which is the Medicines Control Council. And then we'll take a look at some appropriate supplement use and what sort of supplements people in different categories should use, from general supplement use to professional sports. And then I'd like to finish with a final quote, which should kind of give you an idea on the use of sports supplements for professional athletes. Well, I hope you enjoy. I recently attended a symposium on the role of sports supplements in sport at Voderworld in Johannesburg. The symposium came about because two Springbok rugby players were sent back from their end-of-the-year European tour for being tested positive for a banned substance. When I first read the headlines, I thought these two guys were caught using steroids, only to find out that it actually is a legal food supplement that you can buy anywhere. The supplement's name is called 1,3-dimethylalamine, and it's a legal food supplement, but it's banned in professional sports because it offers a competitive advantage. Now, 1,3-dimethylalamine is actually added to many fat burners in sports drinks around the world because it acts like caffeine. It's a stimulant. And just to put things in perspective, caffeine at certain doses is also banned. So it actually doesn't mean that the supplement is anything but unhealthy or bad for you. It just means that it's banned in professional sports because it may offer a competitive advantage. Now, here are some of the issues the South African Sports Medicine Association, SASMA, has with the supplement industry: the safety of sports supplements, quality control like manufacturing and correct labeling, the youth's consumption of sports supplements, especially in high schools, the appropriate use of sports supplements, and certain supplements including banned ingredients. Let's talk about biases. I've been in the supplement industry for almost 30 years. A former Minister of South Africa, I immigrated to the States in 1988. While I was working for a large supplement company, I also received my degree in nutrition. This has given me tremendous insight into the industry and the perspectives from both education and marketing. One attitude I've noticed throughout my career is the medical industry's reluctance to recommend any form of food supplement. It was only recently that even a multivitamin was recommended by medical professionals. This has a lot to do with education and biases taught in our educational systems. For years, dietitians never recommended any form of supplement because it was a job to teach us to eat right. Your doctor may not have recommended a supplement because he may have thought it was an excuse for you to eat correctly. But recent research shows that people who supplement actually eat healthier than those who don't. 9 out of 10 people don't even get the RDA, which is the recommended daily allowances for every nutrient. Times have changed, but biases haven't. Now let's take a look at the history of the supplement industry. The use of sports supplements obviously has been a source of much controversy. While certain companies, like supplement companies, exaggerate the potential benefits of supplements with their marketing claims, other credible institutions like SASMA have very negative attitudes towards the use of supplements. Now, in 1994, the Diet Supplement Health Education Act was passed in America. And no, we're not America, but we do follow the same guidelines, which is used by the MCC. This act, passed by Congress, governs the manufacturing, definition, labeling, and sale of dietary supplements. The act actually paved the way for the massive explosion of the supplement industry. Right now, the supplement industry is sitting at over $60 billion a year. Now, this act was basically passed to meet the concerns of consumers like you and manufacturers, and to make sure that the safe and appropriate labeled products remain available for everyone who wants to use them. Otherwise, these products you might need a prescription to buy sports supplements, which I don't think is in everyone's interest. Now, one of the laws passed by the EDISHA Act is regarding claims. Now, you can make pretty much any sort of claim on your product as long as you don't make a health-related claim, like this product cures cancer. This would allow the supplement companies to pretty much make exaggerated claims as long as they don't break the law. Nutritional support claims actually do not need to be approved by the FDA. For instance, you can say this product will make you gain 10 kilos of muscle in 10 weeks. You know, the MCC is not too concerned about those sort of claims, as long as you're not claiming that this product actually cures cancer or cures AIDS, which obviously has an impact on the pharmaceutical industry. This has allowed supplement companies to really take advantage and overstate the potential benefits of their products. Nevertheless, the consumers, you guys and me, we need to pretty much understand that if it sounds too good to be true, it surely is. Now, one of the systems used in the pharmaceutical industry is called GMPs, Good Manufacturing Procedures. Basically what GMPs are, it's a way of controlling the manufacturing and production of pharmaceuticals and products. Now, unfortunately, in the supplement industry, they are not required to follow GMPs. Now, this again, with the less ethical supplement companies, allows them to put in impure, bad quality, not really controlling manufacturing of their products, which again results in less effective products. Supplement research. Supplement research is very scant when compared to pharmacology, and when research is done, it only covers limited areas. Drug companies can patent and protect their formulas and products for decades. So doing research for them is very cost effective since their formulas can't be copied. On the other hand, supplements are classified as foods and they cannot be patented, and even their formulas must be revealed on the label. This again results in limited research on supplementation. There are three methods used for defining supplement research. Number one is scientific. This is the gold standard where research is done by a credible institution in a double-blind crossover study. These findings are then published in medical journals and they are peer-reviewed. Anecdotal. This is hearsay obtained from random sources and they don't have any legal basis. This is like talking to a guy in the gym or the famous testimonial type advertising we see on TV. Empirical. This is findings based on personal experience. Although scientific research is accepted in the medical industry, it does not mean that anecdotal and empirical evidence is baseless. For example, bodybuilders were singing the praises for creatine well before the scientific community did research to validate that it worked. If 100 guys in the gym swear a particular product works and they're not sponsored by that company, I'm sure it does. Part of being a top athlete is to explore new formulas and try them for yourself. If it doesn't work, move on to the next. But remember, since these formulas are all legal food supplements and health is not an issue, all you have to lose is money. Manufacturer's dilemma. With an industry of over $60 billion a year, the supplement industry has a lot of competition. Part of the reason why quality and integrity don't always prevail in the supplement industry is because of its low entry barrier. Almost anyone can start up a supplement company, including their grandmother, find a manufacturer, and get the new supplement developed in record time. Ingredient quality is often compromised and proper testing is bypassed, all to save money. The product ships and ends up on shelves everywhere. So it's a constant battle between spending money on developing quality products versus marketing. But a good supplement company can do both. Consumer's dilemma. There are literally thousands of products and supplements on the market today. But due to the relatively spotless safety record when compared to pharmaceuticals, the government has allowed the supplement companies to police themselves and their own manufacturing processes, and in addition permitted the general population to maintain this personal right to health by providing access to dietary supplements. However, many consumers are led to purchase supplements based on advertising, unqualified recommendations, and friendly advice. Supplement scams to watch for. Doctor recommended. This actually means nothing since the average doctor knows nothing about sports supplements, including mine. Patented. A marketing term. In addition, you can patent the sports supplement. Clinical studies, a classic. This is a tricky one as the study may have been done on mice, and it won't tell you that. And if you made the effort to research the study, it may have proved nothing, or actually that it didn't work in most cases. But who actually looks these things up? There are some great studies out there, but they are very scant. Although ingredients in the formulas may be scientifically proven to boost performance, like caffeine, clinical studies are never done on the entire supplement in question. Number 4, outrageous claims. I tell my clients, and I'm sure your parents have told you too, if it sounds too good to be true, it usually is. Watch out for those outrageous claims like losing 10 kilos in 10 weeks. Number 5, false label claim. Unfortunately, some unethical supplement companies may falsely label a supplement. For example, saying it has a certain ingredient or a certain dose of that ingredient when it actually doesn't. That's why I tell my clients to go with a reputable company, because they can't afford the bad press if someone actually tested their products. Number 6, proprietary blends. This is also a marketing term. As I mentioned before, supplement labels need to reveal the ingredients, but they are allowed to hide the actual dose of each ingredient. For example, a label may say 1000 milligrams of a fat-burning complex, list each ingredient but not the dose of each ingredient. This is a way for supplement companies to hide their formulas. But then again, it also allows the unethical supplement companies to abuse the system by putting in a lot of fillers and less of the active ingredient or expensive stuff. Marketing terms. Watch out for marketing terms like the world's best, strongest, most powerful, clinically proven, patented, doctor recommended, all natural. I'm sure you've heard some of these before. Some supplement companies actually get creative writers to write their marketing. Number 8, window dressing. Some supplement companies may add a well-researched ingredient but put in totally ineffective amounts and dress it up with other worthless fillers. If a study is mentioned, the amount on the label may not be anywhere near the study amount, as this would make the supplement far too expensive. For example, if the dose of a headache tablet were 2 tablets, taking a half a tablet would be worthless. Remember, a label with a long list of ingredients looks better than a short one, where in fact the shorter one may be better because the dosages may be higher for each. The above gives the reader a good idea on how confusing and misleading supplement marketing can be, which makes it very difficult to make educated choices. Now let's look at the appropriate supplement use for different categories. General, which is pretty much everybody. It is naive and totally ignorant to think that we consume every health-related compound in optimal doses, ratios, and in the proper amounts from food alone. Therefore, making a case for a multivitamin, calcium, etc. is a no-brainer. Typical exerciser, anyone who goes to the gym. Exercisers usually want to gain muscle, lose fat, or increase sports performance. There's overwhelming evidence proving that certain supplements, ingredients, when ingested in the proper amounts and at the proper times, can increase metabolism, decrease appetite, build muscle, and increase performance. For example, creatine, the world's most popular sports supplement, showed a 50% increase in strength and lean mass over a 12-week period. Competitive sports. Professional athletes know that eating from the food pyramid won't maximize performance and win any gold medals. That's pretty obvious. Winning involves exploiting all avenues, resources within healthy and legal guidelines. Unfortunately, some not legal either. High-level sport is not natural or healthy. The body is pushed to its limits, leading to acute and chronic overtraining. Thinking that we can boost performance and recover from this type of training by eating from the food pyramid is really just naive. In 1998 Olympic Games, of the 11,000 athletes surveyed, 90% of them used sports supplementation, and there actually was not one case of contamination. Conclusion. The search for performance-enhancing supplements is here to stay, whether or not sports institutions ban them. Someone is going to find the next best thing, and when sports institutions find out about it, they ban it. This is just the nature of the sport. Part of being a great athlete should be extensive research into augmenting the nutrient content of foods with safe and legal compounds that may maximize potential, simultaneously leveling the playing field. Each of us has the right to our own health, so athletes can and will make their own decisions. Unfortunately, since most athletes are not dietitians, the athlete may ingest these banned substances unknowingly, especially since they may be a legal food product found on shelves everywhere. Too much money and employment is generated on both sides of the issue. The supplement companies make more money through exaggerated claims, while the pharmaceutical companies downplay the potential benefits of supplements because they fear a legal food supplement may replace their potential drug with far fewer side effects. So in the end, it comes down to money once again. I'd like to finish off with a final quote. There is no substitute for an appropriate training regime and attitude, including a magic pill that will create a world-class athlete out of anyone. However, when food intake, talent, and motivation is the best the athlete can do, specific compounds and proper dosages, forms, and ingested at proper times offer a safe, viable means of maximizing performance, enhancing results during training and competition.